All righty, we're going to talk about an awesome opportunity for you to add that kind of really decadent protein to your meals from Anderson Seafood. This is an 8-count of the 6-ounce wild Alaskan cod with butter. We're offering these at a price of $89.99. This has been a company that has been in the business of distributing fine seafood to restaurants for some 40 years. Now you're getting an opportunity of having them delivered directly to your home. This is the only show, however, that will be offering it at that price, not the only day. So you have less than 30 minutes now to take advantage of this incredible price. And what we've done is actually laid the cods out and separated the butter pat that comes on top. So when you get your packets, they're right here. This is what it looks like. So the butter, which is really designed as a finishing treatment to the finished cod, that's going to be on top. You'll separate them after you've defrosted the fish, and then hold that until the end, and then you'll use that right before plating. M70821 is your item number. I want to welcome in Chef Rich Roman, who is an entrepreneur and chef and always likes to have us in his home. It's good to see you as always. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, James. Good to see you. You know what? I have to tell you, I was so excited about this because this is the most beautiful wild-caught Alaskan cod from the cold waters of Alaska. And you have those pieces in front of you, but you can see how these gorgeous, meaty fillets, okay, that are completely skinless and boneless, so you're eating everything, but then it has that little finishing butter. And it says butter in the description, but it's a garlic parmesan butter. So what happens here is you either sear the fish, you grill the fish, you can broil the fish. I'm searing a piece right here. And then at the very end, you put on that butter. And then I don't know if you can see right here, but if you look right on the top of the fish, I finished it and it's completely seasoned. So all I have to do is maybe make a little bit of rice, a little bit of vegetables. And I have an absolutely 5-star restaurant. And you can see that finishing butter. It just adds this pop of huge flavor of garlic and Parmesan. So you're ready to go. That's all you need to do. Defrost. And here's the key. You just said it in the beginning, Jane, is you want to make sure when you get these at home, okay, like you said, the fish comes frozen with the butter. Take it out of the package when you're ready to thaw it out. Separate the butter from the fish. Put the fish on a tray or dish to thaw in the refrigerator overnight. And then cook the fish however you would like it. And in the last 2 or 3 minutes, put that butter on top and let it just melt and drape the fish. And I got to tell you, if you could smell, I don't know if you could smell it there, just the garlic, the Parmesan, and this beautiful cod, it's unbelievable.
Wait, you're asking me if I can smell it? What are you talking about
Yeah.
here? Come on, man. Now, America can't smell it,
Right.
but I can smell it. And I do like the idea of using that as the finish. Look at that right on top. And if this was still in the pan, it would just, you know, kind of melt into the surface of the fish. And then every bite, every forkful has that delicious flaky cod that's nice and meaty, and all the bones are removed, so it's ready to go. Look how delicious and dense. And then every bite will have just a little bit of that delicious butter on top. So here's the deal. We are offering auto delivery on this. That has been the popular choice. So if you're looking to stock the pantry, if you want to make sure you've got them in the freezer ready to go, then please do that. These are good size portions. We're talking about 6 ounces. So really more than, you know, typically would be enough for one person. And of course you also get these delicious butters that you can spread with them. You know, for me, it's real simple with any of the fish. A little salt, a little pepper, dry the skin, or dry the actual fish so that when you put them in the frying pan, they're just perfect. Flip them on either side for a couple of minutes, and then that's it. At the finish, though, with this, you just lather on that butter, and it's going to be like gourmet. So once again, go ahead and place your order for it. We only have about 900 of these to go around.
Now, Jane, you know what? The first piece I showed you, I sauteed, right? Well, this, I just simply took a nice little casserole dish, and I put them in the casserole with a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, and lemon. I let them broil, okay? And then at the very end, I put that beautiful finishing butter, and you could just see it drapes the fish with this gorgeous flavor. And then all I have to do is bring it to my plate, And look at this. I'm going to tell you, first of all, this is wild caught, okay? This is not farm raised. And you just showed there, but look how absolutely delicate, flaky, and meaty this fish is. I mean, it just melts in your mouth, and that garlic and Parmesan butter is so flavorful that there's nothing that you have to plan for. But here's the best part, Jane. If you say, you know what, I don't want the butter, well, guess what? Separate the butter,
Right.
grill them, season them however you want. You still have these beautiful wild caught pieces of cod with no skin or bones that just melt in your mouth.
This is center of the table, center of the plate dining is what this is. And you can have it in your freezer so that at any given moment you can pop this out, defrost it, and you'll be ready to go. I love too that the flavor and the texture of cod is a little bit more substantial. I know for those that don't really like fish, this would be a good one to try. Here's what I'll encourage you though. This is the only show that we're offering it at this price. It's brand new from Anderson. Once the show is over, in less than 20 minutes now, then the price goes up. So $89.99 the price. Talk to us really quickly about Anderson before we invite Rachel to join us.
Yeah, so Anderson Seafood's been in business for over 40 years, Jane. And the one thing they focused on is providing the finest seafood to the most picky, discerning chefs, like myself, who owned a restaurant for over 20 years. So they're bringing you the best quality, and instead of having to go to that restaurant, which nowadays I know is not as frequent for most people, you can get that quality delivered to your home. And I can't emphasize enough that this is wild caught. Whenever you can, I always recommend a wild caught fish because you get purity of flavor. You don't have to worry about what the fish was fed. It was raised in these beautiful Alaskan cold waters. And you know what? To me, the fact that you can take this out of the freezer thawed and have a wild caught product, all I did here was I took a little pasta, Jane, and I simply put a little pesto in my pasta and then put the fish with the finishing butter. I mean, this looks like I spent hours. This is literally, 15 minutes in the kitchen, and look what I'm serving to my family. It's unbelievable.
Well, and I love that you gave us the complete flavor profile. Whether we choose to use it is up to us. So again, I invite you to place your order. It's M70821. Rachel is sitting by at the tasting table.
You know what? What I like, Rick, and also Jane, is that a lot of us are doing date night at home right now, and a lot of us are still kind of battling that food fatigue. And this looks beautiful. When you just showed making that plate with a little bit of pasta, it looks gorgeous. It's helping us fight the food fatigue. The other thing is that 6 ounces. These are beautiful in size, Jane. They're huge. Like they're really, really generous. And with that butter, that Epicurean butter that it comes with, it does look like it came out of this, a 5-star kitchen of a chef like Rick Roman. And we love that we are able to present this and bring this to you, especially at this show only price. And so if you're thinking about date night, if you've got those celebratory things coming up, I was just thinking, oh my gosh, Kirsten's birthday's this month, my sister's birthday's this month, we're about to go into the holiday season. There are, special events and occasions coming up, and this is one of those things that you can bring out and it looks like it's a special occasion. And by the way, we had 2 white wines that would be perfect with this, like our Chardonnay, our today's special value. Wouldn't it be perfect with this? Would you recommend that, Rick, or maybe a different one?
You know what? I was going to try to reach through and steal a glass, but I haven't figured out how to reach through the screen yet from
Right.
Brian.
Yeah.
But that would be perfect. And here's one other thing I haven't even mentioned. The calories. The fish alone is 80 calories and 17 grams of protein. The butter pat adds another 80 calories. So what are you talking? 160 calories for this, like you said, this Epicurean 5-star restaurant, center of the plate entree. So you're eating decadent, but you're eating smart as well. I got to tell you, I'm super thrilled. And you said 6-ounce portions. They're just beautiful pieces of fish.
And enjoy the moment too. Enjoy the ability to have gourmet food. This is the beauty of what we do here is that you get restaurant quality food delivered to your door that's easy to prepare. And in this particular case, really, really easy to prepare because they gave us that butter that we can put on to finish the flavor profile. So a lot of times when you go into the restaurants, you wonder, well, how is it that their fish always has that little bit of butter that's kind of dripping over the top of it? This is how they do it. It's a separate process. It goes on in the end, and we're giving you the ability to do that with this delicious cod. So here's the deal. Price goes up at the end of the show. Less than 15 minutes now. Brand new from Anderson Seafood. Lock into the auto delivery if you'd like to have this delivered to you every 90 days, and that would be a lock-in for a full year. You get all that you see here, 8 of the 6-ounce fish, cods, and each one will have that pat of butter individually wrapped and frozen when they come to you. Thaw it out. If you want to separate the butter, that's the best way to do it. Cook the fish and then put the butter on top and let that melt down on that warm fish right at the finish. And 70821 is your item number. We'll keep you updated in the last couple of minutes of our show, but this price will expire in just about 15 minutes. Rick, thank you so much. As always, a pleasure.
Thank you, Jane. I have some food to eat right now.
Okay, do it. I have some wine to drink, so nana, nana, boo, boo.
No doubt.
And listen, if you are dining and thinking about